USPAP 7-hour national update course, 2022 through 2023, Chapter 6, Case Studies 1 and 2, Page 1. Chapter Overview. Learning objectives for Chapter 6. Upon completion of this chapter, participants will be able to apply USPAP requirements and guidance in a case study about compensation and value. Apply USPAP requirements and guidance in a case study about competency, errors, and bias. Page 2, Introduction to Case Studies. The next several chapters consist of in-depth case studies. Each case study contains one or more background details. The details are intentionally vague and may not include all the information you need to understand exactly what the solution is for that scenario. The background details are followed by one or more possible scenarios provided for each case study. The details are minimally important. They are meant to provide general context for the solutions. In a classroom, the case studies are intended to be worked on in small groups. In an asynchronous course such as this, you will be working individually. End of page. Page 3, Procedures for Solving Case Studies. Please read the background information for each case study. Afterward, you will need to search the USPAP publication to research a solution. You should search for information in the entire USPAP publication, including the advisory opinions and FAQs. Your goal is to either identify where, that's highlighted, to find information in the USPAP publication that supports the possible scenario, or identify where, that's highlighted, to find information in the USPAP publication that indicates the possible scenario is incorrect. You may find that you must make assumptions about the background details to conclude whether the possible scenario is correct or not. If so, be sure to jot those down in addition to your conclusions about the possible scenario. Your problem-solving skills will be tested by periodic quizzes on the material. End of page. Page 4, let's get started. For the following case studies, read the background details and provide possible scenarios. Then locate evidence to support or to refute. That's highlighted. The example answers in the scenarios. To locate evidence, use the USPAP publication that is current for the date you are taking this course. The combination USPAP publication and USPAP reference manual document can be accessed by clicking on the Documents tab near the top right of your screen. Because this is an online course, you will be using the eUSPAP, which is good because it is possible To search the document to quickly locate those areas of the document most applicable to each of the possible scenarios. Remember the three-step procedure outlined in the previous chapter. Number 1, define the problem. Number 2, identify sources for solutions. And number 3, conclude the answer. End of page.
Study 1. Predetermined value. To appraiser J, there is a clear correlation between the range of value within which they believe the property will appraise, if an appraisal were to be completed, and how long an appraisal assignment takes to complete. Thus, just prior to agreeing to perform every appraisal assignment, appraiser J informs the client that the fee will be $100 per $100,000 of the appraiser's stated estimated value range. A potential client contacts appraiser J and asks them to perform an appraisal on a property. Appraiser J completes some preliminary research using online sources and concludes the value of the property is likely in the $700,000 range. So appraiser J quotes an appraisal fee of $700. In this case study scenario, appraiser J has not yet agreed to perform an appraisal assignment. They are providing a preliminary value range simply for the purpose of providing a fee estimate. Therefore, appraiser J believes they are not yet acting as an appraiser when they provide an estimated range of value for the property. Appraiser J has used this type of arrangement for years for appraisal assignments. This is also the way that 3 of appraiser J's peers quote fees. Therefore, appraiser J believes they are acting in compliance with USPAP.
Hell no, I bet you they're not. Page 6. Case study 1, the research. The overarching question is appraiser J correct in quoting appraisal fees in this manner? That's highlighted. During the course of research, there will be other questions that will need to be answered as well. Please search the USPAP publication to come up with answers to each of these questions. You will be quizzed on the answers you have obtained through research. In order to progress through the chapter, you will need to correctly answer these questions. Let's begin. A helpful graphic that shows how to search in the eUSPAP may be found here. If the search box shown on the graphic does not appear right away, use the Control and F key to make it appear. Hold the Control key down and press the F key. The search box should then appear and be available for search. 4 comments on this page. Wouldn't this be a great place to link the eUSPAP document? Says John Donald something. It is a good thing that someone else asks the question and you do not make the answer available to the rest of us. This does not work for me. I come up with no answer to my search in eUSPAP for fees. Here is the document. So that's where you're supposed to enter it in. This is where you put your search string of characters here in this lower left box. Acting as an appraiser, there's an up and down arrow next to it. You can scroll through with these arrows. Page 7, Case Study 1, Question 1. Appraiser A is providing value ranges to potential clients before quoting appraisal fees and agreeing to perform assignments. Is a value range an appraisal? That's highlighted. Search the USPAP publication through using the key phrases value range or range of value. Find it. Search the phrases range of value or value range. Location to look up, Manual P, period 384, USPAP, Pub P, period 278. End of page.